everybody. I wanted to spend a couple minutes talking to you about how to drive your Amazon business from just a couple SKUs to millions of dollars in revenue and what that journey looks like. My wife and I have driven our brands to do over $30 million this year, but it's been a steady grind since 2016. And we've learned a lot about how to take an idea and develop that and what that pipeline looks like, and then how to repeat that process. So with Data Dive, we've built in team management and project management tools that we're super excited to share with you. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking to you about the process, but also show you how Data Dive can help you grow your business and scale your business. As you can see, we're looking at the niche pipeline tool within Data Dive. And what this looks like is I'm going to have all of the different ideas that I want to research. And not all of those ideas are going to be good. For example, I might research 100 products before I find 2 that I want to get samples from. And so it can get overwhelming if you're doing that research and just dumping the research into a Google Drive or into a random folder full. So what we've done is built this dashboard so that you can start to assign these different projects to different team members. You can label and tag them differently depending on what you need done or what you're doing in your process. And you can also assign them to different buckets or spaces. Now, these spaces are super useful because you can manage and create new spaces. You'll see here that I've created a space for every single one of the processes of the product journey, the product development journey, as well as where it is after you launch. So let's take a look at what that looks like when you look at the pipeline and you look at the spaces in a board view. Now it starts to make sense. You can take a product from unassigned and you can move it over to product research. And when that product is being researched, your product research team is in the middle of working on it. Now, let's say they take a product and they decide that you should get samples made because it meets all the criteria. And I'm going to talk to you about another tool in another video called the product scorecard, where we allow you to answer some questions about a product and get a quantifiable score as to the quality and the risk of doing that product. The higher the score, the more likely you should do that product. So now you have a way or a criteria. But if we're talking about sheer processes and scaling, the journey goes like this. You're going to get an idea for a product. You can get that idea by visiting a fair like Canton Fair, by visiting a supplier's website, by using a tool like product discovery tool like in Jungle Scout. However you get that idea, your friends and family, you're in the store, whatever it is, browsing Amazon, bestseller categories, just seeing what others are doing, walking through Target or Walmart, right? You're going to get ideas on a regular basis if you're immersed in this business. So it comes over here to product research and you need to research it. Once you research it, and let's take this e-bike, electric bike, for example. Right now it's in the graveyard because we decided maybe not to do it, but let's move it over here to product research. Once it's in the product research bucket, you're going to be able to go through it and determine whether it's a good product. So if we click into it, we'll see the master keyword list. We'll see what the competitors are doing right, what they're doing wrong, all of the keywords that are driving sales for this niche, the outlier keywords that the competitors, 1 or 2 competitors might be taking advantage of that could be, maybe too generic for you to take advantage of, or something you can't realistically get sales from, or maybe it's a keyword you can. But either way, you're going to get all of the data around this product, how many SKUs and your competitors have and variations, their average price point over time. You can collapse and really analyze how good their images are and their content is. And you can really break down with that product scorecard whether you should do this product or not. So if we go back to the niche pipeline and we decide that we're going to move forward with this product, we can now move it over to the product sourcing team, the sourcing and samples team, because we created a bucket here. We created a process here around this team having visibility on this space. Now you can control which spaces, which team members have visibility over. So if your sources and sampling team only sees the sourcing and sampling bucket or space, when a product is moved there, they're now going to get visibility on it. And you can make notes to them. So let's go back in and assign this to them and move it over. And now that it's there, they're going to see it. And they're going to be able to understand what they need to do with this product based on the processes and systems that you've set up in your business. Now you can take this and you can move it down the pipeline. So you can move it over to product design. Once they actually get the samples in their hand, it can go to your designer. Your designer is going to say, you know what, the people that are currently selling this are doing these things right, they're doing these things wrong. And I'm going to give you a hint on an AI tool that's releasing next week that Data Dive is going to scan every review from every competitor and their listings and tell you what are the features people like about it and what they don't like about it, and give you a summary so that your product design team can go in and make the product better. Now that product design team is going to get visibility on it. Let's move it over to them. And those notes are going to be built directly into Data Dive for them. So when they click into the project, they're going to go to the new AI tool for the product brief, and it's going to be there for them. Another thing you can do is you can click on over here, the comments tab in the top right, and you can add a comment. And you can tell them, let's focus on the foldable design first. With fat tires, right? And so you can do a screenshot of something that is foldable with fat tires, and it will come right over here into the post. It'll highlight what you're talking about, and that will go to the team. And you can and tag your team members or your teams now so that they can see it. So why is all this important? Well, when you're only doing one SKU, when you first start the business, we're wearing a lot of hats, right? You're wearing every single hat in all of these spaces. You're sitting in those seats. There's an org chart and you're sitting in all those seats. But as you start to go from one SKU to 3 SKUs to 10 SKUs, and from 0 to 1 million to 3 million to 10 million, you need to grow your team. And you need to make sure that the communication between you and those team members is seamless, that everyone understands the journey this product will take as it goes down from product design to logistics and shipping, to written content, to graphic design. And something can live in multiple buckets. So we've decided to move forward with this. Let's get it written and let's get the graphic design and the team on it. So let's make it visible to them, and now they know what to do with it. So we've created team and project management tools within Data Dive, similar to Trello, similar to Monday, similar to Asana, but built in with the research so that you can gather and work on it. That's what I'm excited to release to you guys. That's what I'm excited to show you guys, because we want to take products and build tools that we know you need to run your e-commerce business. This is the latest from Data Dive. I hope it's exciting. I hope you embrace this. Get your team members onboarded. We will give you big discounts for the additional team members you add. We have enterprise accounts. We have multi-billion-dollar companies using Data Dive with dozens and dozens of team members built in and already using us. So our whole team uses it. We have over 20 members of our team using it, and we know what it takes to scale. And we want to give you those resources and tools to do it. So thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that this is extremely helpful for you in how you scale your Amazon and e-commerce business.